Kiowa Indian people, Native Americans who lived along the Waccamaw River, were the very first to call the Grand Strand home. This river also played a significant role in the 18th and 19th centuries, as the area was a top producer of timber. And while there were already a small number of residents living in the area, the railroad built to transport timber served as a way for lumber employees to get to the beach on free weekends, making those individuals the destination's very first tourists. In 1900, an official contest was held to name the seaside community, and Myrtle Beach, a name chosen for the many wax myrtle trees growing along the shore, won. In the 1920s, a group of businessmen began construction on an upscale oceanfront resort called Arcady. This included the construction of the area's first golf course, Pine Lakes International, and legendary Ocean Forest Hotel, which opened in 1930. Also in the 1930s, the area was officially incorporated as a town, the Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce was chartered, and the Intracoastal Waterway opened to boats and commercial shipping. The industrial spirit of Myrtle Beach's early inhabitants was impactful. Steady growth continued into the 1940s and 50s as the Myrtle Beach Air Force Base was constructed and Kings Highway paved. Iconic locales like Peach's Corner, the Bowery, the Gay Dolphin, the Dunes Golf Club, and the Myrtle Beach Pavilion opened. The area's tourism industry may have still been in its infancy, but the destination was rapidly taking shape. Then, in October of 1954, Hurricane Hazel made a direct hit along the South Carolina coast, destroying much of oceanfront Myrtle Beach. But the storm's devastation was pivotal in what would happen next. The years following would define the Myrtle Beach community as one of resiliency, determination, and enterprise. Fishing piers were rebuilt and reopened. Coastal Carolina Junior College, now known as Coastal Carolina University, was founded. The Holiday Inn became the first corporately owned motel chain to appear in the area, and the Saturday Evening Post featured the destination on its cover before a national audience. The enterprising spirit of the Myrtle Beach community helped the destination through disaster and drove it toward future success. And the 1960s held explosive developments for Myrtle Beach's golf industry. One of the largest was the utilization of the golf package, linking golf with motels in order to attract more visitors during the area's off-season. In 1966, Horry Georgetown Technical College was founded, bringing even more educational opportunities for those living and working in the Myrtle Beach area. The 1970s marked Myrtle Beach's transition to a more modern family beach destination. While the historic Ocean Forest Hotel was demolished, both the Myrtle Beach Convention Center and the Hilton Myrtle Beach Resort held their grand openings, and the airport began running its first commercial flights. The area continued to grow in prominence and was now more accessible than ever before. Myrtle Beach took its place on a national stage in the 1980s. Singer Calvin Gilmore opened the Carolina Opry, and the area quickly grew as a destination for live entertainment. The popular movie Shag was released throughout the United States, telling a youthful story about a trip to Myrtle Beach and generating even more publicity for the Grand Strand. However, as the 1980s drew to a close, disaster struck again. In September of 1989, Hurricane Hugo made landfall and did tremendous damage along the South Carolina coast. So much so that the following several years would be ones of renovation and reconstruction. But the resiliency and resourcefulness of this community would once again turn tragedy into triumph and opportunity. Developers saw ways to improve the growing family beach destination, and new attractions appeared along the Grand Strand. The Alabama Theater, Broadway at the Beach, and Hard Rock Cafe were among many attractions opened in the mid-1990s. The Grand Strand's business leaders and entrepreneurs were growing the destination by leaps and bounds. Myrtle Beach expanded its tourism region, promoting more of the Grand Strand than ever before, and the destination's national acclaim grew with it. While the number of visitors continued to rise throughout the 1990s, tourism was no longer the only game in town. New residents and businesses, a more diverse economy, and spirit of enterprise were integral in shaping Myrtle Beach into the dynamic coastal community it is today.